guys, it's me again, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. As I say, this series is gonna break down some organ that I know of. So you can have a chance to take care of yourself. As every episode, I have to say, I'm not a doctor. Not planning to be one either. So when you are sick, please go to a doctor. Don't come to a psychic seeking for help. So while you are receiving the treatment from the doctors, and then you would like to know what you can do for yourself. What I'm going to share, you can take that into consideration. It's not the answer of all, but as I believe, our body is the vessel for our soul. So I will simply share my personal opinion with you, hoping it will help on top of the treatment that you're already receiving. So in this very particular episode, I want to talk about lung, liver and lung. Honestly, this is like the most common illness or organ illness that I have encountered for the past 20 years. So as Chinese belief, or as what I believe anyway, I start to realize your body will react to the emotion that you're receiving or you're intaking every day. Therefore, it will then develop into the illness of your body. So in the Chinese medicine, they strongly believe that as well. And therefore, I start to realize there is the pattern for it, or there is the reason for it. So as many of you will wonder, what does lung do? I mean, as I say, your organ is behaving the way your soul wanted to do. So whatever your lung is doing, go Google it, go talk to your doctor, is exactly how your body is processing or assessing the emotion that you are experiencing. So with lung, we all understand you intake all the air, you intake all the oxygen, and then it will distribute to your body for the need that your body needs. So if that's what it does, what kind of emotion would it be, coping with or deal with? Lung is dealing with your sadness. If you are dealing with sadness, and then a traumatic sadness that you never have solution in your life, you never know how to deal with, you never have a vent to deal with, your lung is trying to break it down. Your lung is trying to deal with the emotion that you are dealing with. So while your lung, the more sadness that your lung is intaking, does that mean your lung would do something good? No, as I say, your body is simply the vessel of your soul. Whatever your soul is experiencing, your body would react the same. So while you are inheriting a lot of sadness or this traumatic sadness that you don't know where you can vent it, guess what your lung would do? Your lung will most likely try to limit the breathing. So it will try to make you like you were short of breath, you couldn't take in the things. And when you were sad, guess what you would do? When you were sad, you were constantly craving for something sweet. You have a sweet tooth, you might have a box of chocolate, you're continuously eating, you just cannot stop. Because what your lung is trying to do is trying to work with the emotion that your soul is experiencing. And more so different from the alcohol, where you have tons of sadness in your body, and then since your lung is the lung is the organ that is coping with such an emotion, what you will most likely to do is choose to smoke. So whether you choose to do vapor or you choose to smoke, what it does is let you know, I am experiencing a very big sadness. I have no way to vent. I have no way to let out. Sadness, in a way, most of us hoping other people to do something for us so we can feel better that way. But understand, lung is basically essential. You carry all the oxygen for yourself. It takes you to breathe in the right air for you to take care of your lung. So really, if you start to realize you have short of breath, you couldn't do the long, work, or you cannot walk for a long time, or you constantly craving for smoke, or you constantly craving for something sugary stuff, that maybe your lung is calling out loud and saying, listen, I am overloaded. Please take care of me, because that is your lung inherent with your feeling or emotion that you're dealing with. So while we are talking about sadness, you will also understand while we're dealing with this COVID time, which organ that you attack, that is also depending how you will respond to the virus that we're dealing with. If you personally carry a lot of sadness, and then to your point that you're actually aware you're carrying a lot of sadness, you might also be impacted by that, because this accumulated our sadness, how we constantly feel sad for us, for others. Therefore, we will only, I couldn't figure out a word, but anyway, you guys know what I'm trying to enlarge or make it worse, or giving this virus a hand to grow bigger, because it's attacking the sadness that we are experiencing in a greater level scale. So anyway, back to the topic. Only you can take care of your body. So if you realize, oh, I do have all those symptoms that you were talking about, my lung is experiencing all the sadness that I'm dealing with, and then I simply have no way out. Since I have no way out, the best way I can do is constantly finding abusive substance to take inside my body. Therefore, my soul and my body will feel the same. So that's exactly what you do. So from a soul point of view, I would recommend you to look into what caused your soul sadness and what can you do about it. Mind you, most of us expecting other people to do something about it. But really, since lung is the only thing that you can inhale your own air and then breathing it out, you all start with what are you going to do about it. If you find a way to release your sadness, find a way to work with your sadness, you will most likely realize the craving that you have or the symptom that you have, a short of breath or things like that, will tend to get better as well. So those are the couple exercises I find really good for people who have the lung problem. You can start with walking. Walking will help you on your cardio. That's a word I just, tip on my tongue. But anyway, so any climbing, any elliptical, anything, if you cannot walk for a long time, no worry. Start with 5 minutes walk. Start with 10 minutes walk. It would be a good start. Then focusing on breathing. Take the breathing slowly and breathe out slowly. This whole process actually will help you increasing your lung muscle, help it to let you know, no worry, I'm gonna try to focusing on taking more the good air for you instead of bad air. If you happen to be a smoker or a vapor user, trying to cut down the dosage or trying to wean yourself from smoke may be a good idea. Same thing as a sweet. As I say, a lot of people seek for sweetness to comfort their sadness. So therefore, look out for the sweet intake, the sugar intake, the carb intake that you are taking in will also be a good start. In regard of the exercise, what can you do? Different from your anger, you're looking for something can ease your sadness away. So at this point of time, I would say yoga, Pilates would be actually good idea because it teach you to focusing on your breathing. It teach you to be more centered and more aware of what you're doing. So as you will see, when you are experiencing sadness, you really don't need aggressive exercise. You don't have to go mountain biking. You don't have to do anything crazy, but you need to bring yourself back and more focusing on yourself. Like and then bring your breathing back as well. But honestly, I find one thing really good too is find a movie that would make you cry out loud. Because what most likely you do is you never really have a vent to release all the sadness. So if you couldn't do it, honestly, I would recommend you do. If you feel like crying, cry out loud. It's good for you. So you don't have any accumulated block energy right there. But if you're the person who doesn't like to do it, a good movie would really help. A movie that is just gonna make you cry so hard, it's gonna look so stupid. Do so. It really helps because it kind of give you a heart, like not a release. And then you can slowly work on little behavior to improve your lung intake or breathing intake. So those are the things that I would recommend you guys from a psychic point of view. Mind you, I am a psychic. I am not a doctor, okay? But if there's something that you want to do for yourself and you do realize you have such a tendency and then you also want to take care of your lung, what can I do? Those are the exercises that you can take into consideration. But then let me say that again. And I'm probably going to say that to every other episode as well. In a psychic point of view, it's about what your soul is experiencing matter. So your soul is obviously experiencing something that caused the sadness, like caused all those sad things that you are stocking or accumulating there. Make a change. You have to do something different because obviously your method didn't work. If your method worked, you would not be experiencing all those things. Listen to other people's advice. Try other people's suggestion. Try other way. Most likely, I believe you have a lot of people offer you suggestion. You just refuse to take them. So that's also the main reason why you continuously accumulate all those emotions inside of you. So if you really want to take care of your lung, start making a change. Start with 5 minutes walk. Start with reducing 1 cigarette. Start with reducing 1 chocolate. Everything you do, no matter how big or how small, is going to contribute to your health. And since you are the only one who can take care of your body anyway. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye now.